Do you sometimes forget that we're human beings? Because let me tell you something. Humans are naturally emotional beings, and our emotions are escalated during times of crisis. So as diplomats, we face a huge amount of crisis as part of our daily job, and knowing how to work with such strong and evoking emotions should be very high on your list of training. Now, if you're emotionally weak, you got to do something about it right now. And if you think you're strong, I'm about to make you much, much stronger. Up here. Hi YouTube, I'm Talyn Rahman-Figueroa, CEO of Grassroot Diplomat, where diplomacy starts with you. And through this channel, I will train you on how to become a diplomat. Don't be fooled into thinking that showing emotions is a sign of weakness. It's not. As humans, our emotions are our humanity, and showing emotions builds resilience, character, empathy, and most of all, trust. Some people know what to do in a difficult situation, but when we actually find ourselves in those situations, our emotions trigger reactions which may actually sabotage our ability to really tap into our skills. As a result, we shut down. We go into shock temporarily, and this gives away our biggest emotional signal. Now think of a very big international event that has taken place in recent history. How did you feel when the Twin Towers were struck down on 9/11 and watched those horrific scenes on every media channel? How did you feel when you heard that a factory collapsed on low-paid laborers whose clothing items we buy from? How did you react when a gunman blew up in Oslo in the name of God? These aren't easy things to manage in situations where any normal people can really stay cool. So my question to you is this: is it better that we react, cry, show some empathy, or better to stay cool, emotionless, and strategic? How we deal with things is important for any diplomat. And that's why I created the Diplomatic Planner, a 12-month career development toolkit for diplomacy and international relations. And more specifically, I have dedicated an entire chapter called Enhancing Emotional Intelligence so that you are mentally resilient in times of crisis. Chapter 3 of the Diplomatic Planner helps you to study yourself and how you see others, understand the role of empathy, and build a consistent identity that involves your approach to people. Now, emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize our emotions, understand these emotions, what it conveys, and realize how our emotions affects the people around us. As Confucius once said, I was complaining that I had no shoes till I met a man who had no feet. Our ability to be empathetic will be our strongest asset in diplomacy. So, what can you expect from lessons learned from Chapter 3? The first exercise starts you off with a quiz to test your current level of emotional intelligence. Now, there's no right or wrong answers here, so be prepared to be honest as you go through the list of questions. Remember, you will only be fooling yourself if you cheat. If you do have a low score regarding your emotional intelligence, this chapter is dedicated to strengthen this area, so don't worry. We then move on to an exercise that may seem a little bit odd at the beginning. First, I'll ask you to describe yourself. Easy, right? But then, I will ask you to pick 7 people from your circle and ask them what they think of you. The reason for this is to test your level of authenticity and reaction to how people view you. Now, asking for feedback is very daunting. That requires a lot of guts. So naturally, you'll be nervous, but this is a great way to break barriers and move past something uncomfortable. People with high levels of authenticity are described as genuine and are able to build relationship with almost anyone. So knowing what people think of you will allow you to adjust yourself around people so that you are consistently the same person, depending on the environmental situation you're in. So moving on, you continue with a self-analysis by examining the person you become in different environments. What does that mean? Let's look. So for example, you may act completely different with your friends versus your boss, but do you know what sort of characteristics you actually display? In this exercise, you will choose from a large list of personal characteristics inventory and decide how you're like in different scenarios. You're likely to act different at home versus how you act in an event. This will get you to think about the different versions of you based on your environment environment, that you can actually assess if you're happy with how you present yourself in public and in private. Our emotions are our understanding and interaction with our environment. But powerful feelings like fear can make us irrational.
I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
So as part of the emotional well-being exercise, we will test your flight or flight mode, getting you to think of past experiences and how you reacted to them. You will also look deeply into your relationship with various people, thinking only of their worst characteristics and how you deal with difficult people. Relationships with other people can make or break conflict resolution. When personalities clash, relationships can become fragile. So knowing how to manage these relationships and come up with a strategic coping mechanism will help you to build some resilience. In the final chapter, you will complete a trigger awareness journal for 1 week so that you can examine how you automatically react to events in your very own life. This can be as simple as how you react to your child throwing a tantrum or a colleague being very distant from you. Negative emotions can derail communication. Once we're upset or angry, our irrational thinking goes out of the window and we start to judge people. So practice makes perfect. And if you can't fix something you don't know, then how are you supposed to work on it? So in a nutshell, Chapter 3 of the Diplomatic Planner will help you to figure out emotional intelligence when conducting international relations. Through a series of tests, case studies, and research development, you will gain the ability to recognize your very own emotions, understand what they convey, and really realize how your emotions affect the people around you. Your emotional intelligence will help you to re-identify potential conflicts and effectively navigate social situations in the context of those around you. This means improving your communications so that you build trustful, bonded relationships both online and offline. For optimal results, I recommend that you stay fully focused on at least 1 or 2 chapters per exercise in order to thoroughly master each month's goal. If you feel stuck at any point, consider booking a career coaching session with me or leave a message below with your comment. I also recommend that you supplement your training by joining the Grassroot Diplomat Online Academy, where you will gain access to special podcasts, case studies, PDF guides, and so much more. Please subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up so that other people can benefit from these free trainings. The Diplomatic Planner is available for purchase on Amazon and any online bookshop, as well as the Grassroot Diplomat website. Good luck with your foundational training, and I'm here for you every step of the way. Go get brain strong.